It's 10 p.m. my time, and also it's the right time that we should start this event. And good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of you, wherever you are right now. So we may, you know that we are hosting an kind of like an international event, an international webinar, and you come from a lot of time zone. We acknowledge that, and today is Sunday. I hope that you enjoy your peaceful and nice weekend. However, then we have a pressing need for upcoming our exam for upcoming exam of CIPS in March 2024. And by this event, then I would like to introduce some way that you can select the right module for you, as well as some learning strategy that you can apply to your situation. Okay, currently I see that there are 15 there are 15 person in 15 people, 15 participants in this event. And I hope that all of you can sit back and enjoy my tips. Okay, I will introduce some of my tips here. I hope it will be helpful for you in March exam. Okay, I won't let you wait anymore. I received that today we have about more than 100 registrations to this event. However, then I understand that you may have some urgency or some business that you come urgently, and you may not join me. So, don't worry. I will record this event and send to all of the registration accordingly. Okay. This event is about how to select the modules for March 2024. Why we organize this? Because you know that um, to this March, in this March, then CIPS will apply new syllabus of level 4. And it may come with some change, although the change is not that significant, but anyway, it is a change. And there are some change also applied to other modules, other levels as well. So before I talk about how to choose the right modules, then let's look at what have changed recently and what should we expect. Okay, so let's look at what news in this March 2024. First, then you know that we have a new syllabus in level 4. Okay, and I already had an event for this where I introduced about the detailed change in each module by comparing the page to page of every study guide. Okay, we have a new syllabus. Actually, then CIPS doesn't call it a totally new syllabus, just a new version of the 2018 syllabus. And actually, I see that um, the study guide as well as the syllabus has not changed much, except some modules, some specific modules. And second, then we have a new set of common word. And this particularly impact on the CR exam in level 4, level 5, and level 6. Okay, so the change does not apply only to level 4, but other levels as well. Okay, so we will look at the new set of common word here. Then you can look at this. You can find out about the new common word by go to CIPS website and go to the student hub. Okay, something like this. Go to CIPS website. Yeah, it's slow as usual. Okay, then visit the student hub. Sorry, it actually should be about Okay, I find it very hard to. No, not here, but you can try to go to student. Okay, so click on student and qualification, and under student hub, you'll find line about the exam resources. Okay, then we can scroll down all the way down, and with the useful links, then you will see the zip comment words. You can download this file for your review later. But actually, then I summarize them here. In the file, then they explain in detail to you about how we should understand these common words. But now I would like to introduce about what are the new structure and how can it impact on your upcoming CI exam in March. Okay, so we have three levels here with CI exam. Level 2 and level 3 they don't have the CR, they only have the OR. Okay, let's look at level 4. Actually, the new common words set simplify the common word, and they kept like cut off many common word like list, something like list, or to list, then list you one, and summarize. Okay, they also cut the summarize. Actually, then they have simplified the common word structure, and they standardize them. Starting with level 4, then we have 7 common words. Analyze, which you need to explain something. You need to um, make an analysis of something, like describe the characteristic and understand about what can be the implication or the application of that thing in a given scenario. Second, calculate. And this is the latest update of the qualification, because with level 4, level 5, and level 6, then you all have the calculation. So prepare yourself for the calculation here. You will need to remember the formula and how to calculate some key ratios or some break-even point, something like that, or some direct and indirect costs. Then with level 4, then we have describe, explain, identify, outline, and propose. With describe, explain, then it's kind of like you need to give the details of something, okay, and in a way that more objective and not so subjective. Okay, you don't give your opinion here, just explain the things, just describe the thing in detail, and you don't need to give your opinion. With identify and outline, then you need to kind of like briefly introduce to something, okay, and outline the process for it, or identify the potential, or list something. So identify, outline is just some common word for short answer only. And finally, with propose, it means that we need to propose a solution to a set of problem, especially in a scenario. With level 5 and level 6, then CIPS often requires you to have higher level of analysis. You can see that we have assess, we have compare, we have contrast, evaluate, examine, explain. Okay, explain is also level 4. Justify or propose. Okay, so besides some common word in level 4 like analyze or explain, then we have assess. Okay, assess the application of something, like whether it can be applied in the scenario, whether it can be applied in your situation or not. We have compare and contrast. Both of them are about comparing one to another. Okay, what can be the difference and how it can be applied as well. Evaluate is also about describe something, but you need to include your opinion here. You need to include about the benefits or the disadvantage or something when we apply them in a given scenario. Examine is about discussing a topic, and discussing a topic and evaluate, or give your opinion about the application. Justify is about why we should choose this option. Actually, then it kind of like in the question or in scenario, then they already have a solution. And your job here, when the common word is justify, then your job here is about give the right reason, give the reasons why we should do that. And as in level 4, then we have propose. Finally, with level 6, then we can see that it also is simplified. We have analyze, assess, calculate, compare, contrast, evaluate, examine. The only difference of level 6 to level 5 is that we focus more on examine, whether we should analyze the things, identify the advantages and disadvantages, and give our opinion about the solution here. Okay, so with this kind of new structure, then I can see that CIPS first remove some common word like list, discuss, or list, discuss, or summarize. They remove that, so we have shorter list of common words. But they also specify and give more description, also more details on each common word. So one of the job is that you should download the file. You should download the file here and read it and also understand some common word. In fact, then when we see some common word like describe, explain, then remember that we don't give the opinion. But when we see the common word like assess or evaluate, then remember to include your opinion, your assessment of advantages and disadvantages. All right, so this is the first new thing I mentioned here about a new set of common word. The second new thing is the introduction of new syllabus. And actually, I already introduced this. I already talked about this in the previous event. Okay, if you missed that, we can send you the recording. And I already summarized some key feature in the level 4. Okay, I can show you here. Okay, with this new syllabus, then I can say that mostly they do the restructuring. They change the order of the syllabus of the study guide. They change the order from this part to that part. Mostly like that. But with FORM 4 and FORM 8, then they have like a total restructuring. They merge the chapter together. They remove a part. They remove a part here. They remove a part where, part there, and they also have some new requirement in FORM 8, for example, about more calculation. So that is a major change. That's some major changes in level 4. And I believe that with these changes, then you can see some new question. Okay, the questions that you never see in any discussion group, because it is also an opportunity for CIPS to change their question as well, to update their question bank. Okay, let's continue. Okay, before I start to say about the how you should choose your module, then let's look at the requirements and characteristics of CIPS in each level. With level 2 and level 3, then they don't require you to do a lot of things. It is just about identify the problem and understand some key concepts within procurement and supply. And the questions in these levels will mostly about the definition and some basic characteristics. With level 4 and level 5, then they are about the operational level and managerial level. And with that kind of level, then you are expected to solve more complex problems, and you are able to apply the knowledge in the context, in procurement context, especially when they give them some kind of scenario. Okay, so therefore, in starting from level 4 and in both OR and CI exam, then you may see that we will have a lot of scenario, okay, in both OR and CI. And with level 6, the requirement is higher. You need to identify and solve the complex problem. And furthermore, here with level 6, then they expect that we are at least at the managerial level. And okay, look beyond that, then we should be able to solve the we should be able to devise the strategy in a supply chain level. So it is not just about look at a particular scenario, but here we need to devise the whole thing. We need to devise the whole strategy and how we should develop the supply chain, okay, in the scope of procurement and supply. Okay, so with these requirements, then the exam in each level will have different difficulty. And okay, to your surprise, then actually level 4 and level 5 are not the levels. They are not the levels with the lowest pass rate. Actually, then level 2 has the lowest average pass rate. And according to CIPS statistic itself, then from 2020 until now, then 60% of those who enter the exam successfully passed. It means that there are 40% of the candidates failed failed level 2. Okay, and you can see that the level 2 pass rate hovering around the 60% threshold with L4, with L2 and 3, and L2 and 5 significantly lower. Okay, L4, L2 and 5 is quite low. You see that? It is only over 50%. Okay, it is very challenging. In fact, I think that one of the contribution here is that people joining level 2 are often inexperienced and they don't have any background in procurement. Therefore, when they first interact with the concept, with the definition, with the concept, with the terminology here, then they have difficulty. And moving on, with level 4 and level 5, the pass rate improved. And also it dropped again in level 6. With level 4, then 67 candidates, 67% of the candidates passed their exam successfully. Okay, and since today we are focusing on choosing the right modules for your study in level 4 and in level 5. So we need to examine the graph more carefully. If you want to, if it is the first time you sit some exam in level 4, then I believe that you should choose something that is kind of like achievable, some objective to be, some module that are easy enough for you to pass, so that you can gain your confidence and roll on with other modules. So according to this graph, according to the statistic, then L-Form 7, okay, L-Form 7 here has the highest pass rate in the last 3 years. Okay, the pass rate for L-Form 7 almost reached 80%. Okay, only about 22 or 23% of L-Form 7 candidates fails the exam. Okay, it doesn't mean that L-Form 7 is has no challenge at all. It means that then it is easier than other modules to have a pass. And continue on this graph, then FM4, as you can see here, FM4 has the lowest pass rate. And please keep in mind that this is the statistic from 2020 to 2023. And as I said, then FM4 along with FM8 are the modules with very significant change in this level 4. Therefore, I believe that after the change this March, then FM4 will have a higher pass rate than in the past because it is simplified, some parts are removed, especially about the financial ratio calculation. And they also update the new knowledge in level 4. So I believe that with FM4, the pass rate will improve in this March. The second lowest, the second module with lowest pass rate is FM2. It is about 60% or 61%. Okay, the thing with FM2 is that kind of like many students feedback to me that FM2, the knowledge in FM2 is kind of like very abstract, quite abstract, and they are not sure what the book want to talk about. So that could be the reason. However, then as a tutor and as a practice question provider, then I hope that my services will help you to understand everything in this module. And let's look at the big picture. Okay, so we have 6 OR modules from FM2 to FM7 and 2 CR, FM1 and FM8. And amongst these CR modules, then we see that they have pretty similar pass rate, about 70%. But FM1 has a slightly lower pass rate. Okay, it is below this 70, while FM8 is at 70. Okay, so what can be the implication here? It implies that FM8 may be easier for you to write, but eventually, then I will suggest my student that they should take the CR exam last, because when you write something, then it requires you to compile the data from your experience. It requires you to reflect on your past experience. Therefore, in your Form 1 and your Form 8, you need to write down the examples, you need to link to the scenario, and you need experience to do that. Therefore, you need to write them last so that you can gather the knowledge and information from other modules. Okay, so we should let them last. And furthermore, FMS is also significantly changed this time, and I am not sure about what question may come. Okay, so FMS remain kind of like an uncertainty this much. And now we can switch to level 5. Level 5 structure is quite different from level 4. And it still has 2 CR modules, and it has three other core modules, three other core OR modules. Okay, from F1 to F5, there are core modules with F1 and F5M1 and F5M5. From F5M1 and to F5M5, they are the core modules with F5M1 and F5M4 CR. And you can look at here. Okay, their pass rate is a bit higher than level 4. Okay, F1 about 70, about 72. Okay, and F4 about 78 or 79. Okay, and generally, then on average, then level 5 has a higher pass rate than level 4. Okay, 77 passed. Okay, and when you sit level 5 for the first time, then I believe that you want to see something quite similar to level 4. And later on, I will give you some tips. With level 5, then generally they have the pass rate well beyond 70%. Okay, with two exceptions, Alpha M9 and Alpha M10. Alpha M9 is an elective module. Similarly, Alpha M10 is also an elective module. From Alpha M6 to Alpha M15, then all of them are elective, and you only need to choose 3 among 6. Okay, so Alpha M6 will have the highest pass rate here, and Alpha M15 coming second. Alpha M9 and Alpha M10 will have the lowest pass rate. It is well below 70%. Okay, maybe as procurement professional, then we are not very good at learning about operations management or logistic management. Okay, Alpha M9 is about operation and Alpha M10 is about logistic management. Okay, so I give you this information so that you can make an informed decision. Okay, we are talking about March exam, and based on the pass rate, then you may choose your module accordingly. Okay, you can choose a module that you are more confident with. Okay, or you can choose the one that with the highest pass rate, so that you can be more confident about that and be more comfortable with the exam. Anyway, then I know that many students here, many of you here already started your level 4 journey, and you may have set some exam before, and you are about to sit the remaining in this March and beyond, and in this May. Okay, so whatever you have left, then you can finish that, and I will give you some tips after this. Okay, before that, then we need to look at the rate of change in level 4. And according to my analysis, according to my own comparison, then L4M4 and L4M8 will be the one with very significant change. Actually, with L4M4, then they remove many parts and make the module lighter. With L4M8, then they make the module heavier, like adding more content and have more have more emphasis on financial ratio calculation, as well as the break-even point analysis. So if you plan to sit FMH this March, then you will need to understand and be able to calculate the financial ratio as well as break-even point and other calculation as well. There will be a part of question number 2 in this exam. Other modules will have little to no change. And for one, just some rearrangement of the order. And from 2, almost no change, except a part about CSR. Sorry, about ESG. And for 3, also similar, some small change in the ESG. And from 5, only reordering, only restructure. And from 6, similarly, only restructure. And from 7 are just some small adjustment. So this module will have little to no change. And the significant change belong to F5, F4, and F8. With level 5, then you can choose the module based on their relationship with level 4 knowledge. And according to my observation, then first with F1, then it is a completely new module, okay, with the new concept on human resources management. Okay, something like managing the individual, managing a team with the motivation, with the team structure, with the conflict. Okay, all of them are new things for any procurement professional. However, you can see that the pass rate is not that bad, and I think all of the procurement here, all of the procurement professional here are able to adopt the change and um, learning new things quickly. With L5M2, then it is the risk management. It is a module about supply risk management, and it uses a lot of tools and concepts from F-Form 3, F-Form M2. Okay, something like project matrix or stipple analysis or portfolio forces. Okay, all of them will be repeated in risk management. F-Form 3 is about contractual risk, and it is actually an upgraded version of F-Form 3. And just like with F-Form 3 plus more legal principle like the consequential loss, or okay, the difference between penalty and liquidated damages, or further case law on the uh, okay, something like, right, let me remember. Oh yes, about the intention to be legally bound. Okay, some more case law in this area, in that area, and some more practice in the writing of the contract. With FM4, then it is a CR module, and actually this one is pretty long, with a lot of concept, with a lot of definition, and with a lot of application. Okay, it is a combination of F-Form 3, F-Form 4, especially on the KPI, SLA, and in the strategic sourcing. And they also add new contents on the practice, like benchmarking, on balance scorecard, okay, on financial markets like foreign exchange or commodity markets. With F-Form 5, then it is about ethical sourcing, and it kind of like an upgraded version of F-Form 4, and with more standard, more specific standard, they introduce you with the standard and regulation in relevant area. With F-Form 6, then it is about category management. It is about category management, and basically, I can say that all along the book, then they repeatedly mention about ABC analysis, quadratic matrix, sub-preferencing, all the things that you already know in level 4. Okay, that's why F-Form 6 will have very high pass rate. They will have very high pass rate. F-Form 7 is about supply chain management, and it explains something like the structure of supply chain, like different tiers of suppliers, and some strategy like using just-in-time or partnering. So it is a combination of F-Form 1, F-Form 2, and F-Form 6. Okay, so I'm talking about the modules and the relationship of this module with level 4, so that you can make the decision which module you should follow. Okay, with F-Form 8, F-Form 9, and F-Form 10, then they are kind of like pretty new concepts. Okay, with project management, operations management, logistic management. So that's why these modules seem to be more challenging and with low pass rate. And finally, with F-Form 15, then it is about advanced negotiation, which means it is an upgraded version of F-Form 5 with more detail on the strategies, on the tactics, and on the styles of negotiation. Okay, so I have showed you some small change in level 4 and the relationship between level 5 modules and level 4. Based on this information, then I believe that you can make your own decision about which module you should follow in this March. Okay, for anyone moving from level 4 to level 5, then I suggest that you can try with FIM6 first or FIM2 because they are pretty close. They are pretty close to level 4. And if you can remember something from level 4, then this module will be easy for you. But if you want, depending on your job, depending on your preference, if you want to have like more challenge, then you may try L5M9 or L5M10 in particular. And furthermore, then you know that CIPS has no recommendation on the order that you can take. So you can take anything you want as long as you can have the highest success as you have the highest success chain. Okay, so that is level 4 and level 5. Finally, I want to introduce something about how you can review, how you can do the revision for yourself. Okay, about that, then I would like to distinguish between two ways of learning. I need to distinguish between two ways of learning. The first way is to be active, and the second way is to be passive. And as the name suggests, then when you do something actively, it means that you need to invest more energy, more time, and more effort in this. However, the result will be very astonishing and very satisfying. Okay, so with active learning, then you need to do that more than just reading the study guide, reading the book, or listening to some YouTube channel or YouTube video. So with active learning, then you will need a long time to prepare. You need to not just reading, you need to understand and try. You may try to break down the concept. You try to break down the concept and the relationship between these concepts and understand the structure. You might try to remember the key concept, the key definition by using the spaced repetition. Spaced repetition is a practice that you remind yourself after an interval. Like you read something about the human relation approach in freshman. That is a part of FI1. Okay, you read about that, but after a few days, then you can come back to that, and then you can review whether you understand that thing or whether you can give an accurate statement about that concept. Okay, that is spaced repetition. Then, beside that, then you can do the reflection and practice. Okay, I will introduce the method later. I will introduce the tools and method later. With past learning, then all the things you do will be about reading, will be about listening to something on YouTube or some podcast, and you will try to learn by heart in study guide, but the result is not that effective. As this way, then you don't retain much information, and you may forget the things that you have read or you have listened. Okay, so to have the highest effectiveness and efficiency, then I strongly suggest you to undertake the active learning. And here I would like to introduce some tools for active learning. First, the mind map. The mind map is a visual way for you to understand the relationship and the structure of a complex idea like module, or you can do that to a specific concept, like when you try to learn about the balance scorecard in FRM4, then you can use the mind map to understand what is balance scorecard, when it is written, when it invented, and what can be the application of balance scorecard in procurement and supply. Similarly, then you may try to understand the something like the difference between liquidated damages and penalty. What can be the notable case law in that difference, and what are the general rules? So with the mind map, then you can learn the concept and learn about the relationship of that concept to other concepts. Okay, and you can link them together in a big picture. That will help you to summarize and analyze the things in more detail, especially particularly helpful when you are studying for a CR module. Okay, the second tool is the set of the flashcard. Okay, flashcard. A flashcard is a card, maybe a virtual card or a physical card, where you have two sides. One side will write something like the name of the author or the name of the concept. Okay, something like like the direct cost, and the other side will give you the definition, like it directly associated with the end product. Okay, so that is a flashcard. While you are using flashcard, then it is helpful for you for the space repetition, and especially when you have a lot of concepts and a lot of theories to remember, then flashcard will be your companion, very helpful companion. Okay, to do the flashcard, then you can search online for free flashcard services. There are a lot of them online, and also you can search in your App Store or Google Play for a flashcard app. Okay, let me try. Okay, I'm on an iPad and I can search flashcard in the App Store. Flashcard. Okay, you can use Quizlet. I can see that a lot of students use this one for the flashcard. Okay, and the flashcard look like this. You can learn the formula for different scenario, for something like financial ratio, or the name of some complex concept. Okay, they are learning here. They are learning mathematics or geometry, and here they are learning about heart anatomy. Okay, and here about the engineering. You can see that we can learn almost anything with a flashcard, as long as you have time to write down, you have time to summarize the flashcard. The next tool I suggest that you should use is the syllabus. This is very simple tool, and actually CIPS already made this for you. The syllabus is the thing that you see. You can download from CIPS website, and it looks like this. It outlines the learning outcome. It outlines the learning outcome and the assessment criteria. Okay, so a syllabus look like this. It outlines everything, but not mentioned in detail. Okay, so this is the syllabus for Form 1. And with this syllabus, then we have the heading of 1.0, that is the big heading. And then this is learning outcome. And then when we come to 1.1, then it is about compare the concept of procurement and supply chain management. And within this, then we see that we have the definition of procurement, supply chain management, and supply chain network. Okay, so if you are confident about the ability to keep the definition of these things, then you are good. You can move on with other part. like compare the role and function supply chain management with procurement. Okay, or in other words, how procurement involved in the supply chain management. Okay, and we have other topic here. All right, and in 1.2, then we have the fried rice. Can you describe fried rice, or can you describe them in details and be able to write them down in clear language? Okay, so the syllabus is a useful tool for you to reflect. Okay, you can read this thing and reflect that whether you understand them or not. Okay, if you don't, then let's look at these things again. Let's revisit the book again until you understand. The practice of using syllabus is quite easy and quite helpful. And unlike flashcard or mind map, you don't need to create anything. You just need to open the syllabus from CIPS and check that whether you understand everything there. So this one can be very helpful. Okay, with mind map, with flashcard, you need time to create one mind map or to create multiple flashcards. But with syllabus, then you don't need to do that. It already exists. Or the only thing is that you open it and check again the learning outcome. And finally, don't forget that we have practice question. We have the practice question, and practice question is useful when you understand that it highlights your weakness. Okay, again the syllabus, and it helps you to review your performance and the knowledge gap. Furthermore, with the CR module, like FM1, FM8, FM1, and FM4, you will need to practice with the writing. You need to write down, okay, and don't just believe that you are able to write. Okay, you must write down and seek someone to review. Okay, that's why. Sorry, this is an example of my math. An example of my math. That's why our company offering the service like online revision class. And with this class, we don't just focus on delivering the lecture. We also help you to reflect. In particular, especially in the CR module, then we often give our students some practical question. We often give students some assignment, and they need to submit their answer to our email. And from that, we can review their performance and recommend on how they can improve. That is our approach. Okay, furthermore, then you can search our practice question online from Udemy, and you can purchase them so that you can review your performance and prepare for your exam. Okay, so I have just suggested some tools and some tips for reviewing for the revision and preparation for the exam. Okay, so now I'm open to any question regarding the strategy for studying from this March exam. Okay, I'm welcome any opinion or any question coming at me. I will try to answer more. Okay, I can see that. Yeah, there are a lot of questions. Right, I see that we have a question from Omer. I have FMS pending from level 4. Along with this, how many and which module at level 5 you recommend to pick together in this March? Okay, thank you for your question. And I see that then you have FMS. Okay, so studying for FMS in this March will be quite challenging. And at most, then I recommend that you should only take another one from level 5. And the one that you need you only need to invest the least effort or energy. Okay, so I recommend that you may take L5, M6, or L5, M15. However, then they have high pass rate. Doesn't mean that they are easy to overcome. They are just less challenging than other modules. So I still recommend that you may need to at least look at the book and understand the key concept within this module before you register for the exam. And before the exam closure, you should check your understanding of the syllabus and to see that whether you are ready for the exam. Okay, and if you are ready, then you can proceed. Or if you are not, then it is better for you to just cancel your exam and wait until May. Okay, I hope it satisfies you. Another question from Paul. I'm starting level 4. Which two modules can I start on March exam? Okay, with Paul, then I think that this is the first time with you are with level 4. So I think you should try with something that helps you to gain your confidence, something that is not too challenging. And I think that you can start with L4, M6, and L4, M7. They have plenty of materials. They are not very difficult to overcome, and their pass rate are quite high. And after you have the confidence, then you can proceed with other modules. Okay, I hope that you will be successful this March. A question from Jackie. Okay, is your practice test for O levels or just level 4? In fact, then we are actually developing the practice question for L. We already developed the practice question for L5, M2, L5, M3, and L5, M4. However, then the syllabus change come, then we need to update all the level 4 before we can continue on our level 5 project. We plan to develop all the level, okay, and the deadline will be at the end of this 2024. Okay, I hope that we can develop all the level from level 2 to level 6 and nothing left behind. All right. Is there any other question for me? Yeah, Navin. Okay, Navin, I'm planning to write 3 modules this time. M5, M7, and I decided to write from L1 to M8, which is the best option. With Navin, then you are only taking on M5, M7, so it is already very challenging. And due to recent change, then I recommend that you may try with L4, M1. Actually, it is because it has slightly lower pass rate than FMH, but with the M8, then it has recent change, and I'm not sure that all the practice questions already reflect the recent change, and therefore I recommend that you may try with L4M1. Okay, at least then the content is still very static, and you can see that the question may be taken from the past. So I strongly recommend F1 for for this match. Rachel, I wrote L4, M3, and M6, and I got 68 and 63. And I want to write the modules in March. Is that advisable to rewrite? Actually, yes, because the content of L4, M3, and L4, M6 has not changed much. They have not changed much. So you can be confident that you can recall the knowledge and apply them accordingly. From Briefway, is this advisable to take all 6 or exam? first, and then take 2 cm together in July. In July. Okay, so 6 first, and yeah. So I think that we have March, May, and July. I think that you may take 3, 3, 2. It means that 3 in March, 3 in May, and 2 in July. 2 CR in July. That's good. But you need to consider about your study time. If you want to pass 3 oral exams at the same time, then you may need to invest significant time on that. Okay, like okay, every week at least you should spend like 2 hours for a module, or with 3 modules, then it should be 6 hours. 6 hours, and you should have active learning, just like what I have just here. If you have the time and if you have method, then 3 modules at a time will not be a challenge for you. Okay, but we have the condition here. First, the time. Second, the right method. Okay, so it is advisable. It can be done. It is possible, but you need to have the right strategy and the right resources. All right. I'm still waiting for further question. Yeah. All right. So Arvelo, is it advisable to sit M2 and M7 for March? Yes, they don't change much, so you can still sit. Okay, but if you want to ask me about the combination, then I would advise about M2 and M5 going together. M2 and M5 share the same content on cost analysis and price analysis. You can learn that from M2 and apply that in M5. Nomusa, how easy is Form 2 for first-time writer? Okay, so for the first-time writer, it means that you are not very familiar with CIPS knowledge, and Form 2 can be quite tough. I think that for newbie, then you should try Form 6. The concept in Form 6 is not very abstract, and they're pretty straightforward. So you can try with FM6 first and gain the confidence before switch back to FM2. Yes, Jureta, it is advisable to pair M2 and M5 because they share some similar content, especially on the cost and price analysis. All right, Alex, can you share with us the revision questions if you don't mind? They are available on our Udemy on our website and on Udemy. And actually, they are our work. So we want you know that we organize this event as free and give you the advice, and we want to support you. But we also need to sustain our operation. Therefore, we charge a small price on our services like tutoring or practice question. I hope that you can support us by paying for our service, and we can deliver uh, more support to the student. Okay, thank you, Alex. Yeah, Abdirahim, how can I select three interrelated OI photos? I need your advice, please. You know that then actually it requires you to understand the relationship between the modules. And for example, with level 4, I know this pretty well. Uh, if you are asking for level 4, then we have from FM1 to FM8, and I can say that FM2, FM5, and FM6 has some overlapping content. Okay, like about the matrices, like about the cost and price analysis, and like about the relationship spectrum. They have some overlapping aspect, and you can merge them together. F13, F4, and F7 is the second set. Is they are the second set. Okay, so M2, M5, M6, and L3, M3, M4, and M7. M3 and M4 share some similar aspect of sourcing, of KPI, SOA, and of the some pricing arrangement like cost plus, and cost reimbursement. Actually, and F7 actually is pretty new, and it is about warehouse inventory, whole lot asset management, and it has no overlapping content with any other module, except that um except that FM7 is pretty has pretty high pass rate, so you can be certain that it doesn't require much attention as M4 or M3. However, then you should not be complacent. You should not be complacent and study for every module with great care. Okay, Rachel. Yeah. Okay, so Abdirahim still has some problem. Can I write this? Can I write the advice to your email later? I have your email. Okay, when you join this, then I notice that you will register, and I have all of your email. So don't worry. In I can write you an email later explaining my approach to this problem. And if you have any further concern, okay, if you have further concern, then you can contact us by WhatsApp or by email on screen. Okay, I will come back with this later. And let me solve other question as well. From Rachel, how much is the revision question? Currently, then we often run the promotion for our practice question, and we charge a small price such as $9.99 or $12.99. And every month, then we often offer the promotion code of $12.99. And if you apply a coupon, then we can help you to get the best price. Okay, let my assistant send you the information later. Okay, I'm still open for further question. If you have any concern, just text it, just write down in the chat. Okay, anything else? All right. The chat. Istiak Alan. Does pro- does e-procurement offer flashcard packages? Actually, currently we don't, but we may consider that option later. And I really are plan. We have the revision class, and I think that we will develop the uh, flashcard option for our students and not publish that. If you are a self-study student, then I think that you can develop yourself by looking at the study guide, filter out some key concept, and then uh, develop that yourself. Okay, with our student, then we will have the practice session. We will have the reflection and interview to ensure that our students understand everything before the exam. Okay. Any other question? Without any further question, then I think I can conclude my session here. And you will receive our recording and also our presentation to your email. Thank you very much for joining me today. And I hope that all of you will receive the successful result. You will receive the flying color in the March exam. Okay, stay safe and um, continuous study. Okay, study and enjoy your Sunday. Goodbye.